Alright, and welcome back to working with Excel datasets and tables. This is the third module or section in Chapter 4. In this particular video here, we're going to be looking at various table manipulation. In addition to just the inherent functionality in worksheets with Excel, when working with tables, Excel tables basically have the options to kind of enhance and manipulate the data, very much so like you would enhance and manipulate the data if it were in a strictly worksheet form. So again, you can build formulas and functions. You can do record arrangement and rearrangement for different data perspectives. You can sort and filter the data for on-screen appearance and just doing some analysis by kind of filtering and arranging the data as you need to. So very similar to working with Excel in worksheets, data tables within Excel kind of have some of the same functionality. So we're familiar with the cell reference, and I have here on the screen a cell reference with regard to a formula. In this particular formula here, we're aggregating or summing the range B1 to B15. Very similar to that in dealing with Excel tables, you can use table references. And there are two types of references in dealing with Excel tables. One is the structured reference, which is a tag or the use of a table element such as a field heading as a reference in a formula. And then the second is an unqualified reference, and that's the use of a field heading without a row reference in a structured formula. So we'll take a look at how we create formulas and dealing with referencing tags or elements within a table. The other piece we're going to be looking at in this module is further looking at some of the sorting and filtering options that are available in the table. We covered some of this briefly in the previous video, but I want to kind of concentrate a little bit more on it. So again, very much like you can sort and filter data in the Excel spreadsheet itself, in an Excel table you can sort or filter on one or more fields as well. By default, Excel arranges data in numerical or alphabetical order, and you can go ahead and create a custom sort, which basically requires you to define a structured sequence, for example, days of the week. Filtering data, you can filter on a number of different types of fields. You can do a text filter, which basically will display in the menu each unique text item. And then based on the values you select, the screen or the table will then go ahead and display those records that include that filter. Number filter enables the display of specific numbers or number ranges, i.e. numbers greater than 25. You can create date filters, which enable a selection of specific dates or specific date ranges. So if you want to look at records that occurred after a specific date, like 25 December 2015, or between two dates like 1 January 2011 and 31 December 2011, you can set up date filters accordingly. You can also create custom filters, enabling filtering on multiple fields to basically further slice and dice the data based on multiple criteria. And then again, I want to cover clearing filters. As we slice and dice data, a lot of times we need to go back and revert back to the original data set. So we'll look at removing filters as well. Let's go back to our worksheet. I've created a table. I've created an Excel table in my worksheet here. And first thing I want to really kind of take a look at is again, just sorting the information. So again, you can sort by any information that you want. So if you go to if you go back to your ribbon again, go to your menu, up at the top again, you can select your sort and filter criteria. You select a particular field. You want to sort on price. So you can, from a pull-down list, you select sort smallest to largest. So by doing that, you'll notice that now your data is all arranged, your records are all arranged by smallest to largest. You can again go largest to smallest. If there's a color, you can sort by color, and then again you can filter the information as well according to how you want to. So there's one method of sorting on one particular field. You can also sort on multiple fields. So by doing that, you click on just any cell. Click on any cell in there, and on the Data tab, we're going to go up to the Data tab, and we're going to look at Sort and Filter. Okay, we're going to click on that to display. We're going to display our dialog box for sorting. And here's where you can go in there and actually sell. So we want to sort by listing agent, A to Z. We can add another level. So once we sort by listing agent, then we can sort to see based on the selling price, what was the highest or the smallest to largest. We're going to change this from largest to smallest. We're going to sort by selling agent first, and then we're going to sort by selling price, largest to smallest. So if we select that option, you'll notice that first it sorts by the selling agent. So we have Bethune is the selling agent's last name or first name, not real sure. But then you'll notice that we have the selling price from largest to smallest. So again, those are kind of the means in which you can apply additional sort options. You can go back in and delete, click OK, and again it will. You can then go ahead and revert your data back to how you want to. Again, in this particular scenario, I don't really have a good data set to do a custom filter, but again, if you wanted to create a custom filter, you would then go into the sort and filter group, again on the data tab, double click on that, and then you would click the order arrow and select custom list to display. So I don't have this information in here. So I really don't have a good custom sequence in here, but we will cover this a little more in depth in class because I believe this is an important topic, but my data set here does not support the custom filter. So we'll cover that in class on Monday, but I just wanted to give you kind of the ability to go ahead and show you where you can create a custom filter. You can create a number filter. So again, if you have a list price, you want to create a number filter. So since that is a number, you go ahead and from your drop down you select one of these particular filters. So if you're looking for something, a selling price or a listing price over a certain amount, so you're talking greater than $300,000 for a house, click OK. Your filter will then go ahead and refresh the data for it to appear appropriately. Date filters, and we have a listing date and sale date. You can look at, based on dates, since we have all of our sales dates in the year 2012 here, you can look at, if you want to look at specific sales for the month of April, you can go ahead and set your filter to look only at April sales. And if we scroll down in our table, we'll notice that there's no May or June sale dates, listing dates in here based off of our filter. So again, you can filter based off of that type of criteria in there. And if you go ahead and create a specific filter, you want to just look at June's. Again, now we have just June listing dates, all the houses listed for the month of June. To go ahead and clear filters, go up to the sort and filter, and again you'll notice that our filter now is gone. We have our May and April listing dates for filtering back into our table. So those are kind of some of the ways that you can kind of manipulate. You can slice and dice, organize the data for your data table in Excel to basically give you the view that you would like to have. So again, go through the third section, the third module for Excel tables in Chapter 4, and we'll continue and finish up with the last section in Chapter 4